guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here. My name is Jordan, and today I have like a new video that I've not really done one like before. I'd like to start off with, sorry, I didn't make my bed. That's just not my aesthetic. It's very on brand to have a messy bed. Messy hair, messy bed. It matches. Also, ignore the smoke. I have this little, you like light a tea light candle and then you put oil in it. This. And I just blew it out and it's still smoking, so. Secondly, sorry if I sound nasally or coughing and just gross. I had the flu like a month ago and my respiratory system is still like chilling out from that, so sorry. Today's video, I wanted to focus on the Panic at the Disco concert that I went to last week. Oh my gosh, not last week, this week. Earlier this week. Sorry, it was this week, earlier this week. Going crazy. Just kind of wanted to share my experience and show some clips because it was honestly one of the best concerts that I've ever been to. And I'm not like a concert connoisseur, is that how you say it? Connoisseur? But I have been to like a fair amount of concerts, so why did I go to a Panic at the Disco concert? Well, I wasn't an angsty teenager, but I often refer to myself as an angsty teenager. I was really into like the pop punk, contemporary, rock, even normal punk, but like Fall Out Boy was my shit. And that's kind of how I got into Panic at the Disco. Like, I remember I Write Sins was obviously one of the first, you know, everybody's heard that song. I remember watching the music video on MTV, getting ready for school. But after I Write Sins, I think I heard That Green Gentleman on MTV. And I remember the music video, like, I don't know, it just really intrigued me. So my like for Panic at the Disco really goes back, and I've really kind of like, I don't know every single song of theirs, but I've definitely like kept up with their music. My roommate from college shares like the same music as I do, so she's kind of like my concert buddy. Like, we went to all the Fall Out Boy concerts together. We went to a Machine Gun Kelly concert, and so I was like, hey, for your birthday I got us Panic at the Disco tickets, and she didn't know how good they were. We were in the second row, so that was a good surprise. So the show was at the Q Arena where the Cleveland Cavaliers play. It's a nice venue. It was just sucked because it was super cold. I think the temperature said it felt like -26. Unfortunately I had to work that day. I work like a couple streets away from the Q, or else I would have walked. So I took an Uber right after work. I think VIP check-in was at 5:30, or like you couldn't check in after 5:30. There was something about that. I get off work at 5, so I like clocked out, went and got dressed, which was really awkward because I was like wearing not work appropriate clothes. I work in a law firm, and just my luck, there was like I'm not gonna use terms, but like there was basically a meeting that ran over, and my desk is in the front, so I had to like run to my desk and make sure that nobody like saw me because I was like in my concert attire that was not work appropriate, and I like A-line out of there. So I like got my Uber, thankfully did not lose any limbs because of the cold, and I got to the arena about like 5:36, met with my friend. It was kind of confusing when you went in because there was like no, or at least that entrance we went into, there weren't a lot of like signs like hey. So me and my friend were like, where the fuck do we go? Like, and there was like this little cute old lady sitting next to us, and she could definitely hear us like trying to figure out where we were supposed to go. And it took us a minute to like figure out she worked there, and so eventually we were like, hey, like, do you know where we're supposed to go? And she would like explain it to us in a really complicated way, but we ended up figuring it out. So we go up to the table, I like show my ID, like, hey, I'm Jordan, you know, here for VIP, pretty cool. We get our stuff and like a wristband, and then we like headed up to the 4th floor, like a VIP lounge, and there was like food, and there was a cash bar in there, which is bomb. And I didn't eat anything because I wanted to get litty titty, but my friend ate, and the food was like pretty awesome, like good quality. And I was just sipping on my vodka cranberries, and because I didn't eat anything, I got pretty turnter than I should have, and it hit so fast. Like by the time I got downstairs, I was like, fuck, like, oh. So before going to our seats, we hit up the bar downstairs, like on the floor where our seats were, and got just a beer to get to our seats. We've been to that venue before and seen like Fall Out Boy, so like we kind of knew like once we got to the bottom where we were going. The layout was interesting, but it had a purpose later. There were like obviously people helping you find your seats. So we get to our seats, and the like, what do you call it? I'm drawing a blank. The music like before the opening acts. Yeah, opening acts. I don't know if there's a term for it, sorry, but that's what I'm referring it to as. That music was pretty dope. Here is a clip of me just like jamming to some Snoop Dogg. I was just like, yes, the next episode. It was kind of funny because you could tell the age of the people in the crowd by like what songs they were familiar with, because they kind of played some like, it was called like BTS, but then they also played like older stuff, you know, 90s, early 2000s. And there was like this really funny couple sitting next to us. They were like probably mid to late 30s, plastered, but they were so funny. Like the one guy goes, oh, this isn't Metallica? And my friend like thought he was being legit when they were just talking about Panic at the Disco to us. But it was so funny, like they were great. Like I love getting sat next to like fun people. And then on the right of me were like these teeny bops, and I was like, sorry, I'm literally litty right now, but that was okay. So there were 2 opening acts, and the one was Betty Who, and I had never heard of either of them, and she was awesome, like Australian, had the cool accent. I was like digging her music. I don't think I got any clips of that, but look her up, like it was really good. I loved her outfit. She was wearing like this sequin, I don't know if it was sequin, but it was really sparkly like bandeau, and these like, not leather, but sweet pants and some Balenciagas. And then after her was this, not a band, but it was like kind of like a chain smoker kind of thing, called 2 Feet, and their music was, they were good, but it wasn't like my flow. It was like calmer music, so I think that they should have opened, and then Betty should have went next, because she like really hyped everybody up. So then Panic at the Disco finally came on, and let me tell you, this was one of the best concerts that I've ever been to. Just like, obviously it's a Brendan Urie, like he is such a good singer, but like hearing his vocals live in person just blew me away. Like that guy is so talented, and like I'm not a huge like Panic at the Disco like woo fan, but I was blown away by his vocals. And not even his vocals, but like he's just such a talented musician. Like he plays guitar, he played piano, there was like a drum sesh, and then he got on the piano again, and I will insert clips of piano. And now here's a clip of him on the drums. And now a clip of him suspended in the air on the piano. And it was just crazy. Like, I was just kind of like mind blown. And his high notes, there were times where I just like didn't know how to process what was going on. Like, my mind was just absolutely blown. Like, here are examples of some of the high notes that he hit, and I'm just like, there were literally times where I was just like, this is not human. I just could not get over how good he was. And it's not like I was expecting him to be like horrible, but like, damn, he is good. Like, he's an amazing artist. Another point I want to make about this concert and just like Panic at the Disco, like, their bass player was this like badass girl. Like, I don't know her name, I don't know her story, but like, I love that they have a female in the band. Like, she was awesome. Like, she's a badass and she knows it. And also there were like, I don't remember exactly which instrument. So like, on the right side there were like 3 men, and then on the right side, let's try this again. I don't have like a picture of it, so on like the right side there were 3 men, and then on the left side there were 3 women, and there was one that had purple hair, and I was like, purple hair. I was like, girl, like, you are slaying that hair. So there were like 2 violinists, a cello, and then there was a trombone, saxophone, I want to say trumpet, but I can't remember. And I loved that those were there. Like, the additional instruments, like, it was just so amazing. Like, you could just tell that everybody up there was genuinely happy to be there, having a great time. They're doing what they love. I think that they all worked really well together. Like, the energy, they just kind of like, I'm gonna sound so hippie, but like vibed off of each other. It was just such a great show. You can tell that they really care about their fans, which is one thing that I appreciate. Like I said, I'm not like a huge like fangirl, but like there was one point where he like went through the audience and like was just letting people like touch him, and that's not something that you see artists do like a lot. And like I don't remember during what song, but someone like threw a king crown at him that they had made or something, and he like wore it, and that just shows that like he cares, you know. And just like the light show, like so much work went into this whole tour. I was just so impressed by everything. The lights were another thing that just had you like at one point there were like rainbow lights. It was like a white light, but it had a rainbow in it. I'm like, how is this a thing? And then during King of Clouds, like this stage literally became a cloud. I don't feel anything at all. It's just like, this is amazing. it was just such a fantastic show. I have nothing but good words to say. Like, I 100%, if they come back to Cleveland, will be seeing them again. And I'm going to insert the rest of the clips that I have from the show just to share what a good experience I had and just to share the good show. And you know that you've been me too, 'cause it's not in the eyes of love. You're also the size of the world. You're good 'cause you can't to me down. Because you oh yeah. Whatever. Like, this is the first concert that I feel like I've had to make a video about and share with people because it was so good. So here you go. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully I go to some more concerts soon. I really want to go to Ariana Grande coming in March. I'm just waiting for the tickets to drop a little bit. So hopefully that happens. Thank you so much for watching.